Yes, robots don't necessarily have to be authoritarian if we treat them like slave labor.
Right.
Treat them like, lesser. They're not, hey, good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning, and this morning is not so mellow. We don't have to get too excited, but I'm happy to report that ICE, and more importantly, Portland PD, have taken significant action against Antifa in Portland. We've got Mario with us here this morning. Good morning, Sunshine. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm all right.
Before we get started, guys, we are so close. We are so close on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching on Rumble and you only watch us on Rumble, go ahead and go subscribe on YouTube and do the like and share thing there as well. Because here's the objective. Here's the mission. We want YouTube to starve. We want to bring all the viewership we can from YouTube over to Rumble, especially on this show in particular. And the way to do that is to grow this channel on YouTube so that we can use that as a funnel to essentially deplatform YouTube in favor of free speech Rumble. Because there are things we do not say on air outside of the paywall for business reasons to keep the show running on all platforms. You want to hear Mario drop the spiciest takes? You want to know about what you can squeeze out of an apple into a lovely little juice box? Then you need to come and watch the deep dives on Saturday behind the paywall for the paying members. So if you're not already on Rumble, and I can see from the numbers that a lot of you are, get over to Rumble. And hey, we give away free memberships on Rumble. We don't do that on YouTube for a reason. And y'all can give away to your buddies in the chat when you see them pop up. Y'all can give away free memberships as well. That helps the channel, and that's what we're looking for. So this morning, what do we got, Mario?
If I might add, like we want
please
people
do.
to move to Rumble. We want people to move to Rumble, but in the meantime, like we want to be able to milk every little bit we can get out of YouTube. Okay.
Correct.
And once we get 1,000 subscribers, which we are very close, that unlocks new things with YouTube. Okay. For example, like we could get some new skins. All right. Do you want to see Chris in a festive Santa Claus skin? Okay. This holiday season. Do you want to see Mario get a haircut? Okay. Crazy things could happen if we just get to 1,000 on YouTube. All right. So if you
guys get me to 1,000 on YouTube before Thanksgiving, I will do the entire month of December in a Santa Claus costume.
There you go. Okay. What more could you ask for?
Oh, and just for an up. Oh, wow. Yeah. So we lost a subscriber on YouTube, but we're 37 subscribers away. So get there. Sergeant Major says, tell your family to get on YouTube and subscribe and follow. That's right. One of us. Join our cult.
That's right. If you have like an underage child, okay, sign them up on YouTube and make them like and subscribe, okay, and then take it away from them so they can avoid pedophile predator fucking videos of people unboxing toys. All right.
Okay, I got some chats I got to deal with real quick. Santa Steve, that's my Uncle Steve, says, careful, fat boy, that position is already taken. So, little piece of fun trivia for you. I recently moved from Conyers, Georgia, which until about 3 years ago was the highest per capita density population of professional Santa Clauses in the known world. I shit you not. That is no longer the case. There is only one real black Santa. I don't even know the guy's name. I've met him a couple times. I've had coffee with him. He's a great guy. I've only ever called him Black Santa. Funny cat, but now that Conyers is 80% black, there are not as many Santas. But until just about 4 or 5 years ago, highest density per capita population of professional Santa Clauses in the world. And I always thought that was amusing. Sergeant Major asks, will you wash the costume? If y'all get me to 1,000, I will buy 3 costumes so that I can watch them in rotation. And
you might think a Black Santa is inclusive, okay, but I think not anymore. I think Target outdid you 2 years ago when Target went full woke and was offering a Christmas ornament that was a black Santa Claus in a wheelchair. Okay,
yes,
so
I remember that.
crippled. Yeah, so find Black Santa and tell him crippled Black Santa. All right, or nothing. Crippled Black Santa or bust. Come on.
I know a crippled black or no, I know a crippled white Santa, and I know a not crippled black Santa. There needs to be a fusion there somewhere to really get that, to hit that target, as it were. And then finally, Aaron Olson says Santa with a rifle, LOL. There are two films, The Fat Man and Violent Night, that are Santa Claus action thriller movies that are worth watching. They're popcorn munching madness. The Fat Man has Santa Claus is played by Mel Gibson, and it's basically it's a criticism of the end of faith. People don't believe enough, and so Santa Claus has to take on government contracts using the elves to moonlight building complex computer microchips for the government, and he gets sucked into this big conspiracy situation where essentially the rest of the movie is just Santa Mel Gibson as Santa Claus going on a murder spree against corrupt government.
This is after Santa Claus was forced to traffic heroin for the CIA, unfortunately. Yeah.
In Violent Night, it's the version of Santa Claus they use there is more related to the Norse tradition. So there's a lot of killing people with a heavy hammer. Red One was also a lot of fun.
Yep.
Bad Santa, definitely not for the kids.
Bad Santa is hilarious though, and let's be honest, horror and Christmas they just don't go together. I don't accept that fusion. All right, the closest to it that is acceptable would be say Home Alone. All right, where there's some drama. All right, and there's some fear involved. Okay, but yeah, Christmas and horror, I don't think so. No.
Okay, you know what? We're way off topic. I want to bring us back around, but I'm going to push back on you. And you know what, Mario? This is going to be a special. This will be the deep dive right before Christmas. Okay, we'll do a deep dive on Santa Claus action movies, and I'll make the argument for a few of them that because Santa Claus is a masculine figure, then a necessary component of that is the protector aspect, is the masculine protector aspect. And like Violent Night, bad guys are going to do bad stuff, and Santa Claus says, yeah, Mjolnir disagrees.
Okay, I could make an exception. If there was a Santa Claus movie where Santa came and basically killed victimizers, abusers, and pedophiles, whatever, on behalf of the children, okay, yes, I would be okay with that. Santa kills pedos.
Apparently the Brushfire Mind says, good morning, guys. Love y'all. So who's logged in as me? Is that you, babe? Or that could be my wife, that could be Cameron, or that could be India. I'd like a little clarification there. The
good morning, sir.
Okay, so what's the story, Mario? What do we got? What juicy goodness did you bring this morning?
Oh, just because I threw you an article, you think that I prepared for this? So, Antifa retreats from Portland ICE facility after police dismantle encampment. All right. So yes, yesterday, the Portland. Outside of the ICE facility, all right, Antifa had basically set up their carnival of filth. All right, we're blocking sidewalks, blocking public access ways. It looks like a group of citizen journalists on the ground, and we're talking like dozens of them. All right, all the content creators. All right, or many of them were there. All right, basically filming this nonstop. Nick Sorter being one of them, but he's been there for quite a while, and even that. What's that guy's name? That ex-convict Florida man, okay, with the beard and all the tattoos. Everyone's seen his shorts, okay.
Yeah. JD DeLay.
JD Delay, yeah, JD Delay was there as well. Okay, which is funny.
He's been blowing up on YouTube lately.
Correct. Now basically people were raising such a stink about lack of access to public property that the police were forced to do something. And I strongly suspect there may have been some pressure coming from outside of Portland. Okay, maybe from a federal source that was finally getting too much for them to bear, and then they had to do something. So it looks like Antifa's war camp outside of ICE has officially been dismantled as of reporting yesterday evening. Okay.
Yeah. So this camp wasn't quite on the level of, but closely related to the sort of chop chaz activity.
It's not chopped here, but it would be if left to grow.
Correct.
Organically.
It wasn't there yet, but it was heading in that direction.
And I hate to use the words like organic with Antifa, but it fits. All right. So the decentralized anti-fascist warriors in Portland area cell, aligned with the radical Democrat Party, were in full retreat overnight after officers from the Portland Police Department cleared out their encampment in front of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility in the Portland metro area. Nick Shirley, who is an independent journalist and who met with President Trump at the White House earlier this Monday for a roundtable on Antifa, wrote on X, Antifa has been dismantled in Portland after 140 days of controlling and camping on this street in Portland. Antifa has officially been cleared out. Police finally stepped in and did their job. Inside the encampment, there were loads. They had loads full of medicine, medical gear, party supplies, a fridge, barbecue, etc. Antifa's 140 days of control have officially come to an end. Okay. There's a bunch of embedded little videos if you want to have a kind of a Monday morning mellow watch party here. But the one video I do want you to play, if you can, it's about 10 minutes long. It's worth it. Okay, at least play the first 5 minutes.
So while I have a little bit of attention over here,
yes, sir.
We are going to be more seriously enforcing over the next couple of days disorderly conduct in the second degree. If somebody goes in the street, they're blocking traffic, that's disorderly conduct second degree. People are going to be going to jail for that. People are going to be arrested. Drinking in public, that's a city code violation. We're seeing someone drinking, that's liquid death. I see you right
liquid
there,
death.
I see you right there, partner. I like liquid death. If we see people drinking alcohol in public, that is a city code violation. We're going to be taking proper action on that.
Love it.
Jaywalking, we're going to be seeing proper action on that. Something like this. We need to make
Is that
sure we have
disorderly?
sidewalks
Jaywalking
open.
is legal in Oregon.
Not under all circumstances.
Yes, it is.
So, if we're seeing people
have a
commit
question, sir.
violations such as this, people sidewalk egress not possible, we're going to be trying to correct that so people can be following these laws. Do you
Thank you, sir.
understand? All right.
Can I ask on the jaywalking thing? That's second degree disorderly?
So if they're blocking traffic in the street, that is
okay.
typically when we get this
Shop, we're good.
disorderly conduct in the second degree.
Oh, that works. Okay.
All right. All right, hey, everybody here, we got a couple more things we're going to work on down the sidewalk. They are working on opening this up. We're going to come back and check on it. We need people to the best of their ability. The sidewalk is open.
Okay.
We are going to ask, please, let's not make disturbances while they're opening it.
Yeah, so to be clear, blocking the sidewalk, right? We've talked about this before. Blocking the sidewalk, especially blocking the roads, like actual traffic corridors for motor vehicles, that is a crime, okay?
Okay.
But we are going to be coming back to make sure that it's open so people can use it, okay?
Thank you.
All right. I'm going to get through right here.
Thank you.
We need the crowd to move so that we can get the sidewalk clear. We will
You
clear
guys
the
have
sidewalk.
somewhere you guys can bring all
Yes,
this stuff?
we
Okay.
need the crowd to move those so that we can
How
do
much room do you need for it?
all of it. We need
So-
room to get people in and out. We need cars to come in here so we can load up our shit. We need to load up our shit. Can you please get the crowd to move so that we can do that, please? That would be so much better.
I can't 100% control people's freedom of movement, but I can try.
So he just mentioned I can't control people's freedom of movement, and that's correct. So if a government official, let's say you've got the citizen journalists out there, and the government officials are telling them you have to go over there, you can't film this XYZ. We've talked about Section 242. That's 18 USC Section 242. Excuse me. And that is the suppression of civil liberties under color of law. Government officials can't do that. The reason I pause here to bring this up is of late, Portland PD has been actively working on behalf of these Antifa terrorists. So what we see there is evidence that knowing that government officials, knowing that they cannot do these crimes themselves because that makes it crime, have been using these stooges to do it on their behalf. One of the things that we've seen recently
Here, pop
is
your head up. Pop your head up if you're going to talk. It's a better aesthetic.
okay. Okay.
Hey,
So
here I am.
what?
I'm right here.
One of the things that we've seen recently is Antifa running and hiding behind police officers. I've got video for this too. You'll see right here behind the stack of traffic signs on the right there. There's a guy in a dark jacket there. Watch this. So right there you've got ICE up on the building. And you've got these guys just shining the F Trump sign. And you see all those little spots popping up on the ground right there.
Those are pepper
That's
balls.
ICE. Yeah, ICE trying to mark them with paintballs and pepper balls so that they can track them down. And these guys are waiting out. They've got this ultra bright flashlight. And because the camera is limited on how much data it can actually deal with. That image does not do justice to how bright these lights are, right? So these Antifa terrorists are using these lights to attempt to blind and read here, more importantly, as a legal framework, obstruct the view of ICE agents conducting security operations from the top of their building. Right? And so, this guy's doing that, and he's trying to obstruct their view.
And they're running for cover behind Portland
police.
Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me.
Gets behind the police, continues to use the flashlight, and you'll note the police are doing nothing. The police are allowing him to do it.
Shoot one person. Come on.
We should be allowed here with a fucking.
And then here we go with DHS, Department of Homeland Security, actually confronting Portland police over covering for Antifa, basically working in tandem with Antifa. You can look at the Portland police and Antifa the same way as you look at the UN. They are in cahoots to operate against the interests of the United States of America.
No, nobody told us anything, so we're standing there. We don't know what's going on.
So he just said, so we're standing there. We don't know what's going on. You're police officers. Investigation is part of the job.
Figure it out.
If you witness crime as a police officer, you're witnessing crime and don't understand what you're looking at, you are not qualified to wear the badge.
Precisely.
She's literally running behind you guys. And we don't know why she's running. So.
Nice. Nice aim. I love that. Whoa.
Yeah, the cop said, we don't know why she's running. Really? I mean, if you didn't see her shining the flashlight and having the pepper balls rained on her, given the proximity, look, they're directly across the street from her, then you're just completely oblivious to your surroundings. You cannot be law enforcement.
Well, I think I saw
conduct investigation in that
earlier. There was someone hiding behind the police, actually flashing the green lasers. Okay, like give me a fucking break. Turn around and arrest the man. I know. There's a law for assault with a deadly weapon, but there must be another law for like assault with a dangerous weapon or some crap like that.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Okay, so the green lasers that you see, guys, mine's blue. Mine's a little higher power. It's left over from combat activities, and probably if I had theoretically used it in combat would be tiptoeing on some Geneva Conventions. But when you get one, there is a big warning label on the side of it about the law regarding shining it up. Right? This laser is used for identifying targets at distance, even in daylight. Aaron Olson, a blue laser, yes, and it will. Guys, I have lit cigarettes at 50 yards with this laser. That's what they're using. So when you shine that in somebody's eyes, like I don't know, say an ICE Overwatch team, you are going to cause permanent retinal damage, if not total blindness. And that is the objective. That's what they're trying to do. This isn't just a harassment campaign. They're trying to take officers off the front line by causing them permanent debilitating injury.
Yeah. Every OEF Afghan veteran, okay, that I've spoken to has some kind of story about those lasers that they were issued, okay, involving a potential war crime.
Yeah, it's hypothetically, I would employ them in counter sniper operations. Just saying. Aaron asks, are they accessible to civvies? Yes, they. In fact, I bought mine online and had it delivered by USPS to a cop in Afghanistan while I was deployed.
You have to buy them. You have to buy them from the commercials on Rumble. Okay, the government doesn't want you to have this military technology. Okay, made for special operations forces, now available for a limited time. The government's going to ban these. Okay, you need to order them from Special Forces Operator Network Patriot.
Which incidentally is how I ordered mine 15 years ago. Just saying.
All right. So for this video here, the best part's coming up, okay? And I'll point it out.
Okay.
Tell them to give you some space so you can do that, okay?
Thank you. We're just asking.
I told this group right here that while they're moving around this canopy, while they're doing this, they may need to go in the street. If they want to get past to go down the street, we're going to have to tolerate that right now because it's impassable right now, okay?
Sir, all of these people here. There is a second sidewalk you guys can use. What are we trying to get out of here?
All right, so how about
Our sidewalk?
the sidewalk is this stuff out? Appreciate
No, just dip out and give me the help.
Can you, for just a millisecond, clear the crowd that is not supposed to be here so that random people aren't grabbing our stuff?
I don't know whose stuff is whose.
Okay, me, that person,
Nobody, exactly. Nobody wants your trash.
Look at this shithole. Like look at this campsite is a fucking disgrace. Okay, like Sergeant Major, like Scoutmaster Sergeant Major is horrified by your campsite. Okay? Sergeant Major's taken fireman's chits. He's taken woodcutter chits. He's taken them all. Okay, all four corners.
He's out there. He's out there with his pocket knife, just cutting badges.
Just cutting badges apart. Okay, snatching them off chests.
These sashes look like Swiss cheese. Hey, Jigglyplum's with us.
Who dyed their head red? That's just some Pacific Northwest wildlife. Okay, pay no mind to that, Jiggly.
Yeah.
How about we start grabbing our stuff? Let's get that going.
They said they can't do it. I'm telling them use the bike lane to just walk around, get off the crosswalk.
Hold on.
They said they can't do it.
How about we start grabbing our stuff?
Okay, these guys have a propane burner, a heater, looks like some kind of cook stove, right? Cooler and all this stuff. I want to reiterate, this is on a public sidewalk. All right, you're walking down the street, and homeless people are building their homes on public land. Now, understand this. These people aren't just in your way. Right? This is property that costs you money. You pay for the condition and upkeep of this property. Right?
Whether or not the upkeep is actually done.
Right. And to a degree, I'll give the PPD this. What they're doing here, this is the upkeep of that property. This is part of what's expected is you keep the riffraff off the street.
Let's get that going.
They said they can't do it. I'm telling them use the bike lane to just walk around, get off the crosswalk, right? Don't walk around the middle of the street.
Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead a bit.
Use the bike lane to walk and get your stuff out.
You have this whole.
It's in there.
Yeah, see, they've pitched freaking pop-up tents in the middle of the street, and look at that. It's
Pack
just
rat.
full of shit.
Literal pack rat.
Yeah,
It's like a rat. It's a rat's nest.
you're a
in fact,
hoarder in public.
if you take a Walmart tent and fill it with garbage and throw it on the street, it actually spawns Antifa. Okay.
Yeah, so the pro move, right? The pro move is you put your healer in the back, keep them safe, put your ranged dot dealer right next to them, and you send the tank in to stomp the nests down so they stop spawning enemies.
Correct.
Can you guys please give us?
Oh God, Jiggly says, I bet they got the Fenty plug. Is that like a Fenty rear end plug? Is that
No.
does that kind of
plug
work
it-
like the Army's
no,
old the old Army
plug is
medics
slang.
opium or not opium the lollipops.
Plug is slang for dealer.
Oh, gotcha. So not like an opium lollipop.
No, but given it's jiggly, we could do it. It could have we can go with a secondary meaning.
Roger that.
Some space.
No, we're on the sidewalk.
Morphine is the word I was looking for. Morphine lollipops.
You set up camp on a sidewalk. Get yourself off the sidewalk.
Honestly, it looks like she has the paparazzi
Create a
surrounding
little bit of order so they can get their stuff and get out of here.
And that right there, you can see everybody. There's just dozens of people around with their phone cameras out, their selfie cameras out. These guys are all you even see a professional. Well, I say professional loosely. That looks like a Nikon camera. If you want a Nikon, your mother didn't love you. But these are citizen journalists in just an absolute swarm. And so a big part of what's happened here is these citizen journalists have insisted, hey, y'all got to shut this down because Antifa is preventing us from operating, from engaging in our First Amendment guaranteed right to the free press and
correct.
to free speech.
That is correct.
I'm also dealing with people who trying to flip the whole thing over.
Come on, don't push it in the street. Hey, don't push it in the street. You can't push it in the street.
That is not us touching it. That's you guys.
I'm holding it back.
They were telling their own people that.
This is all citizen journalists basically standing around here, pretty much enjoying the site. Okay.
And what a sight it is.
Yep.
Protecting
the sidewalks. And the people of the city of Portland have not been allowed to walk through.
And then I want to skip ahead a little bit more.
There is one particular part. I don't know. I don't have a timestamp on it, but it's one of the other Antifa people who are basically yelling at the cops because the cops aren't helping them clean up their stuff.
Oh yeah, I think that's back here.
Disabled how?
Yes.
The shit, dude.
I can do that. Mentally?
I asked you to 5 minutes ago. Away.
What is away?
Chandler's house.
Yeah, they're demanding that the cops help them move their trash.
Correct.
No, you guys have to help.
They did
You said you
not
guys want to
tell
help.
us to take down the canopy. Step over this shit. I need to move this
What
shit
can I
out
do
of
to
the
get
way.
you out of here? Disabled
Help
how?
me move the shit, dude.
I can do that. Mentally?
I asked you to 5 minutes ago.
Where would you like to go?
Can you move this out of the way so I can leave? I personally want to leave.
Perfect.
I want to walk away and not do my part to clean up my mess. And
Wearing pajama pants. Like this is this is a
yeah.
Walmart shopper.
Exactly.
This is a Walmartian. Okay.
Out there in pajama pants. This one, on November 6th, when they should be going to get groceries with their EBT card, she's going to be loading up a full laundry or a full grocery cart and trying to walk out with $1,000 worth of groceries that she would have otherwise paid for with her SNAP card.
She's wearing a homemade lanyard too. Apparently, her gnome to Antifa is Beetle. All right, so be on the lookout for Beetle. She's been cleared out of Portland. She's coming to a community near you. Do not allow her to set up shop.
Yeah, Danny says this is a clusterfuck, and you're right. Total Charlie Foxtrot, and this happens everywhere they go. The left. You'll remember a few years ago, Mario. We heard a lot of noise about lowering the voting age to 16.
Fucking.
And if I had my way, we would raise the voting age to at least 25.
Yeah, I agree. It's a sad state of affairs.
25, married with kids, landowner. Natural born citizen, 25, landowner, married with kids, and
I would at a minimum
taxpayer.
I would at a minimum make it to 25. Okay, and it shouldn't have to be this way, but sadly the infantilization of America and the state of semi-permanent adolescence, okay, within the youth, it's a reality, okay, and it must be addressed. So until the situation improves, the voting age goes up.
Yeah. Because okay, and let's talk about why that needs to be.
That's right, Danny and Aaron. Then we're bringing back the literacy tests.
Please. I'm not going to bother trying to find the video. Tim Pool had some cat on this. I think his name was Brandon Shapiro, which is hilarious because he's like a red-headed, red-bearded, like almost off the boat Scott looking dude, but clearly, fourth or fifth generation American. And he just kept insisting, no, Donald Trump was convicted of 34 felonies. And Tim Pool kept saying, what was the charge? Well, I don't need to know the charge. I know the court of law found.
Yeah, I know.
Guilty of what, motherfucker? Because Trump was never charged with a felony. That's an important piece of that, is Donald Trump was never charged with a felony. He was convicted of 34 felonies. No, he wasn't.
Who cares?
He was theoretically convicted of 34 misdemeanors that were upgraded to felony based on the assertion that they were done in service of another felony. This has never happened before in U.S. history, that some vague, there was another crime that these were in service to, but that crime is neither alleged nor indicted, let alone convicted. Right? And the point I'm getting at is this kid just simply doesn't know that.
Well,
he's
the left
completely oblivious to it. That's who you're dealing with here. Right? Ben Shapiro likes to say facts don't care about your feelings. That is true. The facts themselves do not care about your feelings because facts don't have feelings. Feelings don't care about your facts.
That's more important, in my opinion.
Right, because facts, feelings, unlike facts, drive action.
Correct.
People take actions and make decisions based on their feelings and their emotions. If you've ever been in the business of selling, I can tell you the facts all day. I can lay it out for you all day. I've given, I don't know how many lectures to groups of entrepreneurs, small business owners, chambers of commerce groups, etc., where I begin the lecture by explaining, listen, I don't care what your business is, insurance, car sales, real estate, whatever it is. If you're selling, the first thing you need to understand is your customer's stupid. Your customer doesn't know anything about what you do. And of course, at the time, my particular raison d'etre was the insurance business, where I would constantly get phone calls from prospects, and they would say, I need life insurance. How much is that going to cost? I can't answer that question. That question cannot be answered intelligently by a competent professional, because you're so different than everybody else. I need to know. I mean, we're not just talking, are you a smoker? How old are you? Or do you have sickness, etc.? No, I need to know about your life circumstances. I need to know, how much mortgage do you have left? How many kids do you need to put through college? How much money do you think it would take? Is it going to take to keep your wife in the in the lifestyle she's accustomed to if you pass away. There's so much you need to know there. Those are the facts. But if I want you to sign on that dotted line, I'm gonna dig the facts out of you so that I can tailor the product to you. But what I'm gonna sell you on is the fear that something awful could happen to you at any minute of the day. And the result is not that you die. It is that because you die, everybody in your life suffers. And now we've got a feeling, we've got a problem, and I've got the solution. And the solution is not you need exactly this amount of life insurance to cover your mortgage and this amount. No, the solution is if you buy this policy, your family will not suffer when you die. And you make your decision based on that feeling, not the money, not the numbers, not the facts, on that feeling.
So I dug into the scrolls, okay, and yes, it was David Hume himself who said that reason should be the slave of passion. Reason is just a tool to further action. Okay, so yes.
And Sergeant Major says, "Don't forget, a wise man should not be worth more dead than alive." Okay. Because I think we've adequately covered the story, and Sergeant Major mentioned that, and I was already talking about insurance, let me tell you guys about something that I learned when I was first learning what I needed to know to get my insurance license that absolutely shocked me.
Boring.
Oh, it's not, Mario. You're going to love this.
Okay.
Do you know that the owner of a life insurance policy and the person who is insured by that policy do not have to be the same?
Say that again.
The owner of a life insurance policy and the insured of the policy do not have to be the same person.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's what Arnold Rothstein did, okay, the Jewish mafia supremo. He would take out life insurance policies on his thugs. That way, even if they got clapped, he still got paid.
Yep. Big businesses do this all the time. If you are a high net value employee, there's a good chance your employer took out a loan on you. Oh, actually, I think there was a recent scandal with Walmart. Walmart life insurance on employees.
Who dies at Walmart? Well, okay, on Black Friday.
Anyway,
on Black Friday, some people die, I guess. But
yeah. There it is. Walmart got the money when 132 Florida employees enrolled in a corporate-owned life insurance program died. When a company names itself a beneficiary in a policy bought in the name of a rank and file employee, it is known as dead peasants insurance. Right? So this is from this is an older article from 2010.
Does the peasant have to know?
So yeah, it's called dead peasants insurance. No, they don't have to know.
So there could be people who've taken out policies against me, all right, who are quietly nudging me to essentially die, all right, so that they can collect upon me.
Yeah. Well, here's where it gets real interesting.
Next level dystopia.
If you own a life insurance policy that names someone else as the insured, or if you own one on yourself, I can take out a life insurance policy on myself. I own it. I'm the insured, and my family are the beneficiaries. I can sell that policy. I can sell the policy itself to somebody else. So let's say it's $1 million policy. I can say, hey, give me $500,000 and the policy's yours. And so if something happens, so I get my $500 down and you get a 100% return on your investment when I pass away in an indeterminate amount of time. Like, I'm not saying it's a good idea to do, but you could do it. When you buy that policy, you can change the beneficiary because you own the policy. So this happens with old people insurance all the time. You get up in like your 70s and 80s, and of course you get to that mortality cliff. There are businesses that will come and knock on your door and say, hey, do you have a life insurance policy that you would like to sell so that you can go ahead and get some cash now? right? Hey, you're close to the end of your life. You're getting old. You're moving in that direction. You're starting to slow down. Maybe your brain doesn't work as good as it used to. Maybe you need medical attention all the time. Hey, if you sell me that high value life insurance policy for, let's say, 50% of its face value, now you've got some cash in hand. You've already paid off all your debts. You own the property. You've got something set aside for the inheritance for the kids already. You don't need the life insurance policy anymore. Let me give you a wad of money that you can use to get into that nursing home you want to go to. That is not an uncommon practice. But take that another level. Let's say you're a big Fortune 500, Fortune 100 business, and you've got these high value employees that generate millions of dollars a year. I've got one employee who makes me $5 million every year through his sales, his development, his whatever. He's worth $5 million to me every year. I'm going to take out an insurance policy, and it's going to be the face value of that policy is going to be around $25 million.
Yep. Sergeant Major says, how many soldiers have been killed by spouses who wanted their insurance money? Funny you should mention that. I've known 3 of them. Okay, and it's why if you are a soldier, if you are a soldier, never, ever marry an Asian woman. Okay, because
or a stripper.
Or a stripper. Asians or strippers, never marry them. Okay, I've known 3 soldiers whose wives tried to kill them. They were all Filipino women. Oh, you make me mad? I poison your coffee for $400,000.
Yep. Yeah. So let me go back to the Fortune 500. You got your $5 million employee. You insure him for $25 million. Let's say he gets a better offer at another company.
I had to slip some casual racism in there. Okay.
I appreciate it.
I didn't want to leave people disappointed. Okay. Thank you.
But you're gonna love this. Let's say you've got that $25 million face value life insurance policy on that high value employee, and they leave. They get a better offer. They resign. They decide they've made enough money and they want to retire. Well, in order for you to take out the policy, you have to show that you have a valuable insurable interest. It's called an insurable interest. So the high value employee, that is an insurable interest. If something happens to my employee, I lose a lot of money. You need that justification to get the policy. But once the policy exists, you no longer have to make any justification to have the policy. So if they leave, you no longer have a legitimate insurable interest in the person, but you already own the policy. The policy exists. And you can sell it.
Unverified says the ratio of homeless to ex-services in the UK is disgusting. I recently read a story from the Daily Mail about basically an all-star, basically, freaking. Well, I don't know what the equivalent would be in the UK, but basically a real gung ho, commando type, squared away, great soldier, and he couldn't get a home through the council house services, which is like the British version of Section 8, if I understand it correctly. He couldn't get a home, so he killed himself. All right, and this is like a decorated war veteran. Absolute fucking disgrace. And Jiggly Plum would, Jesus, why? You're correct. Never marry a cam just for his money. That's right, Jiggly. You marry a cam for his honey buns.
So I think we've gone far enough this morning, but because I see we've hit some pretty good numbers here, like what we're looking at. Hey, I only see 5 thumbs ups on Rumble, so y'all need to get your shit together and click that button. Hit that thumbs up, hit that like, subscribe, share, follow, all the stuff. And for those of you who are watching on Rumble right now, here's some crumbs for the audience. And I'm throwing this out there right now so that let's see who gets it. Hey, Desert Rat was gifted a membership by the Brushfire Mine. So
that sounds like one of your in-laws.
Yeah. I expect you to watch the. I expect you to be watching the deep dive this upcoming weekend. Okay. Nice. But I'm throwing that out there to, and I know Jigglyplum. Well, I know, unverified Jigglyplum. I know you guys aren't in the U.S. I don't know how that works how Rumble works for you guys for that. So, I'm going to try to start putting at least clips from the deep dives out on YouTube for you guys. But if you can get over to Rumble, that's how you get the free membership. That's how you get behind the paywall to watch the full, unedited, unfiltered deep dives. And guys, we just did Alexander the Great, and y'all missed some choice racism dealing with Alexander the Great. You should all be studying up on what it means to be the descendants of the Scythians.
Yes. Excellent. Couldn't say it better. Thanks for the tip there. Jiggly. Looks like Jamaica is about to get hit with a Cat 5 hurricane. That's going to be game over. It's going to be Haiti 2, like barbecuing humans in the streets. All right. Yeah. Holy shit. All right. I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah. We'll be watching. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching this morning. We appreciate you. We love you. And we will see you, apparently, for RIP Jamaica tomorrow morning.
Aaron Olson says we need a clip of Mario shouting Deus Vult. That's fine. Let me. I need to be in costume first. Okay, I need to be wearing a St. George's cross. All right, and I need a helm. Okay, but yes, I will do that for you one day.
Yeah, we'll make that happen. All right, guys. Be good. We'll see you tomorrow.